Now we're going to have a look at the wavetable mode here, the second of our synthesis modes for oscillators 1 and 2. Now wavetable synthesis allows us to use a position dial to basically move through waveforms smoothly to create a kind of evolving textural waveform. Now we can do this in different ways. So we have some presets here we can choose from, and this is where they've already programmed collections of waveforms which we can kind of move through. So let's try some of those out. Let's try this one. So you can see and hear that we're moving through different waveform shapes using that position dial. Now if we go back to the default option, something we can do here is actually choose from our basic waveform options here, and we can say, okay, we wanted this to be a sine, for example. We can go through to a square. So then we get more of a simple movement between just two waveforms within that oscillator. Now, this is probably a good time to just introduce modulation at a very basic level. We're going to go through the mod matrix in a dedicated video, but if we choose a source of LFO1, let's say, and a destination of oscillator 1, wavetable position, we bring up an amount. Now we can actually have the LFO located down here, controlling this position dial. So let's choose something a little bit more interesting. So you can hear there that we're basically kind of rapidly moving that position dial to move through these different wavetables, which gives you that kind of trademark wavetable sound, which is going to be made famous by synths like Massive and Serum, and in genres like dubstep. Okay, so we have this interpol control here, which is short for a word that I always find it hard to say, interpolation. There we go. So it's the interpolation knob, and this controls basically how smooth or hard you're basically going to transition through the different waveforms. So you can hear that smoother. Now we've got some kind of clicking and some kind of artifacts being introduced. And they're removed when we have it on that smooth setting. Now we have the option here to switch on this one shot option, which is just going to play back a single cycle of the waveform, like so. And of course remember that the wavetable mode works in exactly the same way in terms of our stacked voices here. Take it off one shot. So we can do all the same things in terms of layering the sound and thickening it out with extra unison voices. That is our wavetable mode within oscillators 1 and 2. So to recap, wavetable synthesis allows us to play back a collection of different waveforms, morphing between them using the position dial here. Now we can have up to 256 different waveforms depending on what you choose from the preset menu here. Now we can have the default mode that allows us to basically choose between different positions here. So we can choose waveforms to select for different positions. The interpolation dial allows us to go from hard transitions to much smoother transitions. The one shot allows you to play back one single cycle of the waveform. And of course, as I said, we have our presets here to choose from. And we implemented some modulation here using LFO1. To create some movement of the position dial. And that was our wavetable options. Now, new in June 3, in fact, is this wavetable editor. And we're going to have a look at that later on in the video series in a dedicated video. But that's really, really powerful and adds an extra layer of kind of sound design possibility with June 3. Okay, so that's our wavetable options. In the next video, we're going to have a look at some FM synthesis. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.